wardrobe change in the middle of that.
Whew, it's been like a week.
That was good, though. Kicked your ass.
Don't know what you're talking about. And we're back.
And we're back. That's my line.
You know what you haven't said this year?
That's my line.
S.A.D.
That's my line. Welcome back, sad people, to another edition of the Sad Guys Vlogcast.
That's right, we're Vlogcast now. Week 4 in the books. More importantly, let's talk about what everybody is here to talk about.
Week 4.
MLB playoffs.
Oh, man.
Rangers and Astros win today, guys, so this is going to be an all MLB vlogcast. So let's go straight into
All right.
Astros starting.
Jose Altuve. Let's talk about him.
Okay.
He's on a fantasy team somewhere.
Nah, that's over.
He scores points.
Hey, he's a winner.
That's no lie.
I'm not a winner. Okay, nobody wants to talk about the MLB playoffs, so should we go straight into
That was
some
segment 1. Let's move on.
recaps?
Yeah, segment number 2.
Scene. We should write these things out sometimes. All right, let's go straight into the recaps. We had Hunter, who he had his first loss last week to go. He was the only undefeated, and then he lost. Hunter Dick came back strong.
Hunter.
Came back strong. I believe he put up the second most points because everybody sucked this week except for Hunter.
Yeah, man, you guys all did terrible
Except for
this past
Hunter.
week. Yeah, everyone except me and Hunter.
Hunter.
You guys did terrible. It was a really down week. Hunter put up 137, which is generally good for about sixth best. But he ended up beating
Freeman.
Lil Lens.
He had Devonta Freeman, who has had back-to-back 3 touchdown games.
That's sustainable.
Why didn't I pick him?
I think that'll probably continue, so you should probably keep starting Devonta Freeman.
Devonta Freeman.
Devonta
3
Freeman.
touchdowns. Devonta Freeman. 37.9. Eli Manning,
So
I dropped
obvious.
him. 24.3. Lil Lens, 97.6.
You almost got to 100, Lil Lens.
It wasn't your best
Almost.
effort, but it was your worst effort.
Hey,
so
you're being
why
loud.
is there ghost back here? Remember the Arizona D that you dropped that last week put up 27 points? And you
Yeah.
were like, I wish I wouldn't have dropped the Arizona D. What did they do for Lindsey?
Well, it turns out I just played a trick on Lil Lens and dropped them just in time. They put up a giant goose egg.
That's a cruel trick. Also, Bolden put up 4.2. I put that as a reason why you lost, but I think that's probably his average for the
Yeah, that's actually
season,
not bad
so
for
he just
Bolden.
sucks.
Mike Evans put up 6.2,
Yeah.
which is 2 points better than Anquan Bolden if you want to put it in perspective.
I mean, not 2, but a little less than 2. Lamar Miller, 4.6. Lindsey, your team is slipping. You should accept that trade that I proposed.
You can't do math. Yeah, Lamar Miller put up 4.6, which is 0.4 more than Bolden. I can do math, actually.
Going
Cameron,
off Lamar Miller's
and,
score there.
You're an idiot.
And first recap done. Let's go straight into Stefan, wherever he may be. 119.5, which is usually good for like 8th best.
Yeah, close, sure. That's definitely a Cameron Williams score right there.
Yeah, that's way too good.
DeAndre Hopkins, 24.7, and
Money Bennett.
Martellus Bennett, 25.3. Money Bennett might be Stefan's highest point getter at this point in the season.
He's been solid with as long as Jimmy Clausen's on his quarterback. He's been ripping it up.
Yeah, I like Jimmy Clausen.
Jacob, last week put up I think is a world record for our league.
Man, like
the entire world.
207 points or something like that?
No, it was 212. I don't know, something stupid.
Jacob, needless to say, this week you put up about 200 points less than you did last week. Arian Foster had a measly
4.5. You thought, hey, this would be a good week. Arian Foster's back. His dick stayed intact, but it almost ripped off again.
It did. He played like 2 series, I think. Jordan Cameron, our favorite player, put up 3.9, almost 4 points.
That's right. And
Almost
Steve
4.
Smith Sr. broke his back and put up 6.4. So
did.
I gave Steve Smith Sr. a week 8 is when he usually deteriorates, but apparently his osteoporosis
It's week 4.
is in full effect.
It's week 4.
So we're going dead. Almost made it all the way over there.
All right.
All right,
Next match up. Jason Wiener Harris, 112 points. Terrible score, right, guys?
That's
well,
right.
Guess what? He won his first game of the season with 112 points against Drew Gay with 99.4.
Wow. And let's look at Jason Harris's top getters. Was James Jones and Carlos Williams. Did he draft any of those people?
Carlos with a K.
Baby Carlos.
Those are keepers, right? Those are his keepers?
Those are his keepers. Carlos Williams, 16. James Jones, 14 more than 8. Jason, you suck at drafting and you suck at keepers. Just keep picking those guys off waivers. And
you know that feeling. You know that feeling you get when you lose and you put up like the third highest points of the league, but you still lose.
A couple weeks ago.
For Jason, this is the exact opposite.
Yeah.
Jason put up a score that should lose every week of the season except for this one.
Your highest point getter was Carlos with a K Williams. That's my cousin, first off.
Carlos with a K Williams.
I'm Cameron with a K Williams. Way to go, Jason. Drew, 99.4. Almost 100. So close. So close. 100, you still would have lost by
Carlos
12
with a
points.
C Hyde, 3.2 points.
Yeah, that was terrible. And Peyton Manning, a whopping 10.3.
Double digits, baby.
Whoo, Peyton, good job. Your neck has not fallen off yet.
Double digits.
Let's go into I think is the closest game of the week. Jason Ard with
0 points. I don't know. There. Cameron didn't write it.
It was 109 point something.
Stephen, how many points did Jason Ard score this week?
Stefan's here? Oh shit! Have you been in the last 4 weeks? Jason put up 109. Jason, a great quarterback pickup with Andy Dalton.
Oh,
with Roethlisberger on.
Way to go!
With
Stop
Roethlisberger
speaking.
dead. That was just an ace pickup by Jason Ards. Eric Decker, 14.6, came back from dead.
He did.
Went to London, put up 14.6 points.
And Ty Hilton, 13.7 points.
Ty Hilton, way to go. Chris, 102.3. You know why you lost? Because you were like, the best tight end, and I'm going to keep him? Greg Olsen. You know what he did this week? 4.8.
Not great. 4.8, not so great. You also had KB defense and special teams.
Kicker and defense special teams
not exactly
combined.
sure what that means.
6 points combined, kicker and defense.
Sure, thank you for translating
Learn to read.
that, Cameron. Sorry, Chris. You suck. You have a beautiful baby girl.
All right, and I believe that is it again.
No. You are again skipping over segments, and this is my favorite segment of the show, where we recap the game of the week.
Okay, I believe we've gone through all the games.
Jordan and Cameron, the sad guy duel for the Bob Barker Memorial Patty Duke Trophy of Identical Cousins. This little guy right here, if you can't see him. I've got one hand on him. He's moving ever so closer to my side of the table. Yep. You go ahead and you can try to hide him, but everyone knows he's there.
Hey.
And he's gonna be mine.
Jordan, tell me why you won. How many points did you put up this week?
I won because I put up an average, pretty average for me. I put up 161 points. It's not so bad. It's not my highest, but
it's generally good for like 4
it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I had Le'Veon Bell back, and he put up 28 points for me. Not too bad. Jeremy Maclin, who drew shit all over during the draft, 25.8. Suck at Drew. And Brandon Marshall, 19.8 points. I drafted pretty well.
Hey, I'm not going to lie. I did immensely better than last week. I put up over 90 points.
You did like 10 points better than last week. You did. If you at this rate, at the last week of the season, you will get 130 points.
Let's play a little game real quick. It's called M. Jones or M. Jones. Who put up 1.1?
M. Jones.
And who put up 2?
The other M. Jones.
That's right. That was my team for the week. M. Jones and M. Jones combined 3.1. Jonathan Stewart, I had high hopes for you. 5 points.
High hopes.
I don't know that song. So Jordan has pretty much wrapped up the Hercules over here.
Do you want to just,
I mean, I could still beat you by it. I could still beat you by 100.
Should we just put it over here?
Hey, week 13 of the season, I got Des Bryant. I got LaShawn McCoy. I got Sammy Watkins. I got Andre Ellington. I have my entire team I drafted.
One thing I would like to mention is Cameron's bench. He has a very prolific bench. How many points did your bench score
Well,
this
let me
week?
calculate it. I had 5 guys on the bench. I had, he was dead, and then 0. So
Ryan Matthews.
0.
Ryan Matthews.
He had 20 yards and a fumble.
He did.
And he scored 0.
It's good for 0 points.
Total 0.
Way to go, Cameron.
I hate this season, and I hate all of you. Just kidding. I don't hate this season.
All right. Enough of that. The trophy will be mine. Moving on to this week's Pro crap.
All right, new way we're doing this. We're just going to pro crap the game of the week because nobody gives a shit. So, this week's game of the week, we have, as we like to call it, Battle of the Sloans. We've never called it that.
The Sloan Gate 2015.
Sloan Gate.
Sure. Sloan Gate. This, if you don't know who we're speaking of, this is Jacob versus Lil Linz for the battle for Jacob's testicles.
Which Lindsay has won every year.
Every single year.
Also, Jacob, great phone interview last week. We appreciate you calling in.
I'm sorry we had to squeeze you out. We'll get you in again.
We did have a true champion call. That doesn't happen all the time.
We did.
So I'm real sorry.
I feel your pain on that one, Jacob. I'm sorry. I get squeezed out a lot.
Shit happens.
I get squeezed a lot. Yeah. So what are you feeling this week for this
I don't know.
for this matchup?
Jacob has been tearing shit up lately, but they both scored under 100 last week.
They did. This might turn out to be a pillow fight. This might turn out to be a nice Thursday night Andrew Luckless game.
Yeah. I think whatever was in the water last week died.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep this analogy going. I think Lil Linz translates well to a Matt Hasselbeck. I think she had some success in the past. Went to a Super Bowl, had some good surrounding characters there. But I think she's a little past her prime. I think she's turning into a little bit of an old maid there. And Jacob, I can see him as a Ryan Mallett. I think. He just sucks. That's all I have to say.
You know what? You're looking at this through a non-champion glasses. I have champion glasses.
A non-champion glasses.
And Lindsay is a former champion, and she will pull it out like champions do. And you're looking at it
like the opposite of Hunter.
Jacob's like your hero, even though he's never won a championship.
She'll pull it out like the opposite of Hunter.
Who's never won a championship?
She'll pull it out like the opposite of
Jordan,
Hunter.
Never won a championship.
I'm going to keep saying it until you get it.
So I'm giving this one to Lindsay. So, Lindsay, congratulations on your victory.
I'm going to keep saying this until you get it. She's going to pull it out like the opposite of Hunter.
Hunter's never pulled out in his entire life.
Oh, thanks.
I don't
appreciate it. Good timing. Great timing.
I don't get it.
All right, so all jokes aside, people.
Do we have a viewer email for this week?
We may or may not have a viewer email this week.
I think we do. Let's have a beer break real quick.
Let's have a beer break while I imagine the viewer
I am having one of the good things from Dallas just came down this week. Community beer finally in Austin. I'm having a Mosaic IPA that was bottled about 6 days ago, which means heaven.
And I am drinking from Ratio Beer Works, the Wild in the Streets Saison.
People on streets.
I have not had this beer before. My beautiful wife, who most of you know.
You got married?
I did. She brought it to me from Denver, Colorado.
Never heard of it.
And this is a little souvenir from our honeymoon, a pineapple
You
bottle
brought yourself?
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. I haven't poured mine yet.
No, I'm just waiting.
Oh, yeah. Talk to the people.
All right, now, do we have that viewer email?
Yes, we have a viewer email. Luckily, I memorized it, so I could just repeat it on the air.
We don't need computers.
Yeah, so the viewer email this
Only
week is from a very, very sad soul. Two sad souls, actually. They co-wrote this, co-authored this email. There's a couple of people in our league. You may have heard of them before, but they're having some trouble this season, and they wrote the sad guys. Dear sad guys, boy, are we doing pretty shitty this week. We are both 1-3. We've been here before, and now we think it's time to blow up our teams and just start making trades and thinking for next season. I'd love some advice from both of you guys to see what we can do to help our teams out, but honestly, I think we're just going to go in the corner and avoid the 1-12.
Has that ever been done before?
Signed, Cameron and Jason.
Whoa, I did not write.
You did. Guys. You did, and I memorized it. Cameron and Wiener are both 1-3. They're both trying to blow up their teams, and they're both trying to look forward to next season instead of this season. And in light of that, we actually came up with some stats.
We did some statistical digging to make me step back from the ledge.
Yep,
and
we
Wiener,
did.
I hope you're watching, even though you don't have Facebook and you never get these. So we did some stat digging to see our previous 3 years, the 4 playoff teams, how they started out the season through the first 4 games, since that's where we are right now.
That was a mouthful. Basically, what we did was, every year we've ever had the league, we looked at the playoff teams, saw their records through the first 4 games.
What I just said.
Nope. All right. Let's start with 2012.
All right.
This is pretty interesting, actually.
We had Jordan 10-3, Jacob 10-3, me and Stefan at 7-6. So those are the 4 playoff teams. So Jordan, you ended 10-3. How did you start that season?
I started 4-0.
So I should go ahead and just kill myself right now.
Actually, you should not.
Okay, so
let's look at the other playoff teams.
Jacob ended 10-3. How did he start the first?
Jacob started 2-2. Okay. Started 500.
That's not bad.
Not too bad.
Stefan 7-6. How did he start the season?
Stefan fashion, started 3-1.
Oh wow! So he only won 4 games the rest of the season.
He went 4-5 the rest of the season.
And he won the championship.
Yeah,
that was a terrible year.
Through.
And yours truly, I ended 7-6 and made the playoffs.
If he were here, I'd kill him.
How did I start the season?
You started a solid 1-3.
Oh, so like this season, I started 1-3.
Yeah, I just want to point out a couple of themes you're gonna see here. So, Jordan, me, I generally lean towards the top of the league with the best record. Cameron generally starts off the slowest with the worst record. So let's just keep moving on. 2013, that's a dog barking. 2013, Lil Lynn's, she finished with the best record of 10-3. Consequently, the best record that anybody's had in the league. Tied with Jordan and Jacob, just saying. What did she start out with in the first 4 games? 3-1.
So I also see another trend of number 1 seeds having really good records.
Sure.
But Jacob, 9-4, got the 2nd seed. What did he go first 4 games?
2-2 again, just like he did the year before.
This was also the Bizarro year. Chris, let's talk about Chris. 9-4 to end the season. Started out 4-0.
4-0. Chris finished this season 5-4, which isn't great, but he still made the playoffs with that solid start.
And this was Jason Ard's one shining moment. He finished 8-5, and what did he start?
He started 1-3.
Oh, again.
He did.
All right.
What's his record right now?
It doesn't matter.
It's 1-3.
He's 2-2 actually.
Oh, Jason Ard. Oh, yeah.
So Wiener, we shouldn't kill ourselves just yet. All right, and now let's go to last year, which was an amazing year. I would say the best year in the league. I don't know why. It was just a really, really, really fun time. Jordan, you had the number 1 seed. You ended 9-4. What did you start with?
Oh, I had the number 1 seed again?
Yeah.
Twice?
Yeah, you should win sometime.
Twice in 3 years?
You should win every once in a while.
Really cool. I started 3-1. Consequently, the same record I have currently.
So, by rules of science, you're going to not win the championship. I started...
by law of averages, I got to win eventually.
I ended 9-4. I too started with 3-1 record, so that was a good year for both of us. I mean, it was a better year for one of us, but it was a good year for both of us. Drew, 8-5. Lindsay, 8-5. What did they both start in the first 4 games?
They both started 2-2. What is the theme of last year?
The theme is...
A lot of parody.
The theme of the entire 3 years is that 50% of the teams were under 500 through the first 4 games.
No, 6 out of 12 were 500.
Oh.
Or less.
6 out of 12. I don't know how to do math.
It reduces to 3/6.
So, hey guys, if you're 2-2 or 1-3, step back from the ledge.
Yeah.
And trade me all your good players.
Wiener, stop trying to give all your players... Why am I talking to him? He doesn't watch this anymore.
I don't either. Lindsay, trade me all your good players, like that trade request I sent. So, guys, if we learned something, it's that me, Lindsay, and Stefan have won championships and no one else has.
We also learned that Jordan has been to more championship games than anyone else.
You know who else has and never won
anything? By double.
Jim Kelly.
I've been to more championship games than anyone. Twice as many championship games as anyone. And that's all I got to say about that. So
You're like that guy that went to a bunch of Super Bowls in a row and then lost them all, and then.
Oh, you mean millionaire Jim Kelly?
No, I mean cancer victim Jim Kelly.
You mean billionaire Jim Kelly?
Jordan.
Cancer victim.
When you get cancer, I'll wear plastic bracelets to support you. That about ends the sad guys.
Everyone loves the
Do you have any final words today? Because I mean, cancer's on the horizon.
I'm speechless. I'm looking forward to next week's game. Hopefully, I'm alive for that. So
yeah, me too. So let's enter an outro song. This song goes out from me to just fantasy football in general because it's the little things you do that just piss me off, but I keep coming back. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's because I win sometimes. But so good luck to everybody except for Drew Gay and.
I'm too ashamed to let them know you make me cry, and you got your little ways to hurt me. You know just how to tear me up, leave me